Hello everybody, welcome to Real Talk. My name is John.
And I'm Jess.
We're going to be having some pretty cool topics today, starting off with your top 3 favorite Christmas movies.
Ooh, Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Alamo Ranch. Is that traffic just beating us down?
We're also going to talk about them good old Spurs. Are they the worst team in the NBA right now?
Oh, man, that stings. How about According to Pete?
Got to bring that up as well. And finally, our
Dare on Air. Woo! Let's chat.
Well, this is Real Talk, San Antonio.
It is the time of the year to turn on the TV, kick back, throw on the fireplace, and select your favorite movies. What are your
movies?
Yeah. What are your top 3 favorite movies? Let's chat. Okay, so what is your third? Your out of
My
3.
number 3.
Your number 3.
Elf.
Elf.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, that's a good one. Elf is a good one.
Yeah.
I think, but you know what? The only thing is with Elf, I love that movie so much that I can watch it all year long. Like I ain't gonna wait till Christmas. Like
I think last year we watched it prior to the Christmas season,
Yeah.
and even after, like with the kids, they watched it so much last year.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think for me, my top 3 or my third one is going to be Home Alone.
Home Alone?
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's actually my number 2.
Yeah, that's your number 2?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, cool. That is your number 2. What is, okay.
No, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is The Night Before Christmas.
Oh. Well, dang it, that's my number 1. What is happening here? What is your number 1 then?
My number 1 is The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
The Grinch. Oh.
I love it.
That
so
ties for my number 3 too.
That is. For me, that is. What is your number 1?
No, The Night Before Christmas.
Oh, The Night Before. Okay, so
Yeah.
yours is Night Before Christmas.
Then, I don't remember what it said.
Night Before Christmas, The Grinch, then Home Alone.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is The Grinch is my number 1. Night Before Christmas, and then Home Alone.
Do you identify with the Grinch? Is that why that's your
100%.
favorite?
100%. Oh,
Come on, do
What's up? I got it. Do it. Sell me.
all right. Do a, what is it called? Like an impersonation of the Grinch. Can you do one?
I can, but I need to be standing. I'll have to do it.
You're gonna do the hook one?
Yeah, I was gonna do the. What is it? This one? He's like, it doesn't even. I don't remember. There's so many. I like my favorite part, honestly, is whenever he's sitting down. He's like, where he was like trying to figure out why he's not gonna go to the Christmas party. He's like, I can't miss again. So we're gonna give you a couple honorable mentions, right? Because we actually put up a list of a couple movies that we either forgot completely, or just some that are coming out pretty new. Do you have an honorable mention?
An honorable mention? Oh, the Polar Express.
That is right. That is actually a really good honorable mention.
Sure.
Yeah.
And another one, Violent Christmas. Dude, have you seen that?
Wait, Violent Night?
Violent
Violent
Night. My bad. Violent Night.
Yeah, so
it's a good movie.
It actually is.
It's
a good
nuts
movie.
though.
What is the main actor's name?
He's the guy from the Under. Just kidding. Not the Under.
The Upside Down.
Yeah.
That movie.
That show.
Yeah. Wow.
I can't think of his name.
Netflix.
It doesn't.
Awesome.
Y'all know his name.
The Crumpet.
Krampus.
Krampus.
I haven't seen it. I want to see it though. Is this really scary?
I heard that it was scary. I heard it was kind of cool.
Oh, I like scary movies.
Yeah.
Do you like? Are you like a scary movie kind of person?
Honestly, not really, because I call a lot of BS. I'm just like, man. And then I'm not.
But I do that on all the movies. To be honest with you, like that wouldn't happen. I'm such a buzzkill.
Well, but like something like
That's why my
Inception
husband
was-
calls me No Fun Jess.
No
An
Fun
FJ. No Fun Jess. I'm like, sorry.
Alright, let us know what your top 3 movies are down below. So, I don't know about you guys, but I actually live in Alamo Ranch area, and it is hella fun to be sitting there in traffic.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of
That's
lucky.
how you see your neighbors in this area.
Yeah.
In traffic.
Yeah, so we're actually in the Northwest office for Coldwell Banker, right? So I've been finding ways to get around the traffic a little bit.
Have you?
I have. I've been kind of
Well,
fortunate.
keep your secret, because if you let everybody else know, that's donezo.
Yeah, but so a long time ago, right? They actually had plans. They had a 5 to 7 year full plan to actually offer a remedy, but then they found a tiny little baby albino spider that threw everything off. Like, they had to stop all the construction, all the plans changed. It was
ridiculous, and it tripled the cost of the not practical solution that they came up with. I mean, why didn't they just stop and do nothing? Like, doing nothing would have been better than the solution they came up with that costed so much more to this area. Just ridiculous. Anyway, let me quit complaining. Well, but it really does get under my skin a little bit.
I mean, it gets under everybody's skin. But what I find interesting is that when that happened, right, it took them, and I'm not saying, like, I believe in conserving, like, the whole conserving.
Mother Nature, like, doing the right thing for our plants, animals, and insects.
I agree with all that, but I feel like this process took so long for them to discover that it wasn't even
years later. Oh, this is actually the same as another bug, but it's just got a little different skin color, and it's not endangered. Not endangered.
Yeah.
How do you mess that up so badly?
How? So, that being said,
annoying.
I don't know obviously the exact details, but they are having plans. They're doing surveys. They're still in the process of doing surveys to make sure that they're adjusting to all this new upcoming and everything that's been on the rise for Alamo Ranch. Is growing exponentially. It's been one of the top growing areas in I think the United States, actually.
In the world.
Including
in the
Tokyo.
whole world.
So and we even have a cool little graph showing you like a cool little video.
The development and how man.
And it
looks crazy. It looks like a petri dish just flourishing with bacteria.
and one of those quick little videos. But I've lived here since I was about 8 years old in the same area, and I remember wow. Water. I actually remember so 1604 and then inside, right, I believe.
You still remember Alamo Ranch Forest?
I do. So I used to go to Taft High School.
Okay.
And
did you graduate there?
I did.
Taft alumni.
That's why I'm so smart. Okay. But I used to skip school and jump the fence, and it used to be nothing but cows all the way. I mean, I wouldn't walk all the way, but we'd like to go. And there was nothing there all the way to 1604. And in 1604, there was only like a little house on the side, and HEB got developed eventually. And that was all it was. And then even down 1604, going to Potranco, it was only a one-way road all the way down. So like all the development, obviously it happens everywhere, but this has been an exponential growth, almost like technology, right? Where it's just growing like crazy.
It's huge.
So the surveys, they're still doing surveys. The only thing is that's very clear is that they don't have anything, like they don't even have a time frame.
They're trying to come up with short-term, long-term, and mid-range goals. What?
Yeah.
So they started doing a traffic survey in May.
Okay.
In May, and they're about 80% done. So whatever that means, maybe like 3 more months before they start tackling through all that data and then trying to come up with a solution for it.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, when I hear short-term solutions, what kind of short-term solution can you come up with traffic-wise? I don't get that.
So I don't think there's going to be a short-term solution for it. But what I do feel is that what they have done and what they've implemented so far is going to have a long-term. I don't know. In the grand scheme of things, in hindsight, it's going to make sense. For example, 211 that was made, it connects now to Potranco and Bandera.
Yeah.
Right now, there's still a bottleneck situation from going to Culebra to Medina area. So the traffic there is incredibly crazy.
You know, it just sucks because every time they do something, you think like it's gonna have this dramatic, life-changing effect, and then you're like, "Where's the effect?"
Yeah,
I'm waiting for it. And when 211 opened up, I kind of thought there would at least alleviate a little bit, and no, traffic is just getting worse and worse and worse outside the loop on Culebra. So
for sure.
It's frustrating, and then it just makes you think by the time they catch up with the current problem, are we going to have more of a problem? Because development out there is just, it's just booming big time. There's new subdivisions opening all the time, new roads being made all the time. So how are they going to get ahead? Not catch up. Let's get ahead of this thing. Yeah. The city, they have to pull permits for all of this stuff. So it's not like, oh my gosh, how they're going to build a neighborhood there? Yeah. Sorry, I sound like Mickey Mouse maybe, I don't know. But this isn't anything surprising. All this stuff goes through courts, right?
Yeah.
So
What I would say though
What's the
is if you are living in that area, there's hope.
Just move.
No, I mean just move and we'll represent you. You know what I'm saying? What you say? No, but there's hope. And if you're actually looking into buying in the area, I would still encourage those to buy in the area because what I foresee is that Petranco in 1604 is going to be considered the next Alamo Ranch situation. Yeah, they're building exponentially. The home values over there are a little bit lower. So you can imagine people are going to be buying over there like crazy with all that new development. And then now the 211 is going to make more sense. Because
I hope so.
people are going to start going over there for like Costco and stuff like that. And then the 1604 is going to be like, okay, now we have people coming from 1604 or 151, right? And they start branching over there directly, leaving the Alamo Ranch area alone because you don't no longer have to shop in Alamo Ranch by themselves.
So.
And then people coming from Medina, they can make a decision. You know what? Either we can go to Petranco and alleviate you know what I'm saying? Instead of avoiding all, we don't have to go to Target here now. We can just go to, to
Target over there.
So, but one thing I do want to say though, the reason there's hope, right? Mm-hmm. So I've been here pretty much all my life. And I remember coming from the airport, right? We used to drive down 410. And I remember Culebra used to be a complete nightmare.
Yeah.
410.
Inside the loop.
Yeah, inside the loop. 410, exit Culebra.
410 and 1604.
And now, and then so the remedy was now exit Bandera, go Bandera, do the back roads into Alamo Ranch area, right? But now my GPS is like, don't go down Bandera, go to Culebra, that'll save you time. And
Bandera is now very congested.
Yeah, because now people have
in the under.
Yeah, people now have that idea like, okay, let's save time through Bandera, let's go to So
it's too late.
It's shifting.
They ruined it.
It's shifting, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like eventually, like if you have a home and you feel like it's a permanent stay in Alamo Ranch, cool. If you feel like you're going to move into Alamo Ranch, there's so many benefits to living in Alamo Ranch. Do it. I strongly recommend to do it because it's not going to be forever. It's just not going to be right now.
Yeah.
Question for you. So do you have an idea of what would be a quick or easy remedy for the traffic? Let us know down below. Are our beloved Spurs the worst team in the NBA right now? Let's chat.
Statistically,
so
you look at the numbers.
And they are.
We're the worst team in the NBA.
Isn't it wild? Like, I think right now they were comparing it to, like, the Pistons and some other team, whatever. And just statistically, the numbers... Right now, what are they? 18-0?
Something like that.
Look, man.
Straight. No, 18 losses straight. At the time of us recording this, okay?
Yeah. So...
That's painful.
But what you know what the worst thing about it all is that there was so much hype behind... What is his name?
Wembanyama.
I
have a shirt with his number on it. Come on, get it together, man.
Yeah, but I mean, putting all the pressure on one guy kind of is rough.
He's actually still doing good. He has good numbers. I mean...
Yeah. And to be 100% honest with you guys, I'm not like a sports fanatic. Like I know what's going on. I love to watch it, but I don't go out of my way to watch sports. But I'm a Spurs fan. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm gonna watch something, I'm just gonna be the Spurs in it. And I know that there was so much like the hype and everything about this new season.
I remember hearing something about how like Pop has been super lax and not. Usually he's kind of like hyper about losses and.
Well,
but you know, like, and he has not been like he's been super chill about it and almost like comical, like it's no big deal. So does he kind of want them to lose this season so he can trade in players and?
I was about to say that. I'm glad
you
brought that up.
kind of thing because that's what I've heard that.
Because the way that it works for the draft, excuse me, the way that it works for the draft, right, is that the worst team gets
a higher pick.
Get a priority, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm wondering if that's just the case. They're like, look, we already got Wembanyama.
Wembanyama.
Mm-hmm. I was like, we're already like we've been practicing. They've been throwing in their subs for like to kind of just test everybody out. Maybe this is just a trial year for them and just trying to see if
But man, at the beginning of the season, it really felt like the team had a lot of chemistry, even though they were very young. Like there was a lot of chemistry there, and I don't know. It just felt like they had a good flow in the very beginning, and then I don't even know what happened.
Yeah,
it just kind of fell off and. They started a tank.
There's a lot of potential there, and I'm actually like I'm not tripping too hard with it
Nah,
because this
they're all
season,
babies. They're
yeah,
babies.
and and I feel like this season there's still a lot of room for them to grow. And if they are doing that to where they're just let's just experiment. Let's experiment with our substitutes, experiment with our star players, just figure out things are going, and then let's wait for the draft. We'll draft another like superstar, and then we'll get back on it. I mean, they have a good record in general. Like Spurs are Spurs, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I mean they're just one of those teams that just always has their stuff together. So they always have a plan. Like I never feel like they're not where they want to be in a sense. Yeah. Well, so is what it is.
The thing about it too is that Popovich has never been. We want like a star player. We need a LeBron James to be a highlight. We need a Kobe Bryant.
Humble players who are just team oriented, driven, and that everybody has their spotlight. Yeah. When they need it and when the team needs it more.
One thing I do really respect about the Spurs is that they're all about fundamentals and principles, right? Mm-hmm. Like they don't wait for Popovich is not like we need a LeBron James.
Yeah, they don't need a savior. They don't need any of that crap. They want to work together. Win together, lose together, the whole thing. I've always had so much respect for that. Exactly. I've always really liked that.
So for them to have, what's his name again?
Wembanyama,
and everybody is hyped. Like I don't think it's the guy's fault. I really think the way that Popovich has it structured, he has an idea. He knows what he wants to do. He's trying to build a team, not just one player. So I think there's promise for it. Guess who got suspended indefinitely because he had pride issues?
So would that be Draymond Green?
I believe so. Bro, get your
act together.
Come on, bro.
Man, he
pride. That's all it is.
Indefinitely. Pride or lack of self-control, because apparently like he has always been notorious for flagrant fouls, for being suspended by his own team. In fact, not too long ago he literally punched one of his own teammates during a practice. Did you not see Will Smith recently, bro? It doesn't work in anybody's favor. Like, come on, and I mean, it was a pun versus side. But still, dude, like, you're getting... He stepped on somebody's chest one time? Who does stuff like this? Like,
man,
what are you doing, man?
Can you imagine, look, you know how hard it is, like, to get even acknowledged in basketball. And then you make it into the NBA.
And you can't stop yourself.
Wow. Man, that is horrible. Wow. Anyway, that was just a fun little tidbit because, like, it's just crazy how these kids, like... you're making all this money and you can't control yourself and you lose it all. That is just horrible. But anyway.
I wonder what they're going to make him do.
It's 2,000 push-ups, send him to military. Something.
Military school.
Get some discipline in your life, my guy.
So Spurs, is there any hope for us getting off the bottom of the list this NBA season? Or are we just looking at losing NBA season so we can build for next season? What is going on? What do y'all think? Let us know in the comments.
All right, Jess.
Yep.
You're about to watch a UFC fight.
Mm-hmm.
Get it along, right?
Ooh, I like that.
People,
it's fun.
Hit gloves, right? And out of the two contenders, one of them smirks. Like they're ready.
Screw that guy.
Okay, who do y'all think is more likely to lose that battle? Joker or Batman? Let's chat.
According to Pete, the guy who smiles prior to a fight, a martial artist, he's gonna lose. That smiler is more likely to lose.
Yeah, and that kind of makes sense. And in reality, I mean, guys, we, in general, for some reason, the public, anytime you have, like, anybody that's kind of cocky or too prideful, we kind of want to see them lose.
We do. Like, I'm cheering. We're like, that's what you get.
And I think that's what simultaneously got McGregor so popular, was because he was so cocky and whatever, and people wanted him to lose, and he was winning every time, so it was real frustrating. But it makes sense, right? You smile, you're cocky.
Always an exception to the rule.
Man, I love that guy. I'm a McGregor fan. But the concept, it's really, I think it's true. Like, anytime you're going too cocky or you start letting
you're not taking it serious enough. Like it's just a joke to you, or you think you're so good that you don't have to be on your toes. Yeah. Well, that's when you're ready to hit the floor, man. Yes. Literally. Pride comes before a fall.
Exactly. It's just a fun fact. Thanks, Pete. Appreciate that. It is time for...
Dare on Air! And since I had to cook like bacon last week, you get to go first.
Alright, cool. This thing is already going to topple over. Is it 3 now?
I think it was 4, but whatever.
You're making up rules right now.
Nah, I ain't got no reason to.
Dude, it is loosey-goosey up here. Oh! 10.
Alright, guys, so since 10 has already been pulled.
Yeah, I danced earlier already.
Yeah, you don't want to see that again, do you? Meh. So, John got to choose 9 or 11, and he chose 11. So, y'all get to see him walk like a model in our hallway.
Well,
Let's go. Let's do it. The whole office is here. I think we should call them all out.
oh, hell no.
Bring the funk back.
All right, what y'all think about them moves, though? Professional.
Oh, man. Stay in real estate. Stay in real estate.
Thank you all so much for chiming in, for chatting with us, for being with us
Yes,
here
we
on
love
a
you guys.
Monday. Guys, Christmas is just around the corner, and guess what? We are still going to be here with you to celebrate.
Every Monday.
Every Monday.
Every Monday.
11 a.m. Tune in next Monday.
See you then. We are Real Talk San Antonio.
Bye.
Bye. Oops, I forgot to record.
No
Do it
way.
again.
No.